big reason for me to also do this, and this is something that I want to encourage some of you to do before you take your first long trip with an electric vehicle, where you know you're going to have to rely on a fast charging network, is I just renewed my EVgo plan. So I actually don't know if it works because I had to take my other plan offline so I wouldn't get double billed. So really, it's important to test to make sure locally, right? Like, I'm not going to get stranded here. There are dozens of other chargers near me, but I need to know if the DC fast charger is going to work. Welcome back, everybody, to a new news column video. So just to catch you up with where I am right now, I have about 200 miles to drive tomorrow, and this is over the weekend, and I'm going to have to charge at least a couple of times between now and then. And I don't have charging at my apartment, so this is why I end up relying on public charging. Looks like everything started up just fine. It's at 38%. Now, the other thing is, too, with this new plan, especially being off-peak, this shouldn't shut off for an hour, but I'm not going to be here anywhere near that long. I think I just want to go up to about 55 to 60%.
This turned out to be a very interesting charging session, so I wasn't really paying attention to the charge rate because I was cleaning the car and doing some other things. However, as you'll notice, even though it's below 50% battery, the charge rate was still very, very low. It never reached more than about 40 kilowatts. I didn't really have an explanation for why that happened. It could have been that the battery was cool and it needed to warm up, but it should have warmed up before it hit 50 to 55%. But as you'll see in this video, it turns out something else might have actually been wrong. Something might have actually been wrong with the charger. Even still, with this session, it peaked at the high 30 kilowatts well into about 70% battery before it finally tapered down. Usually it tapers down closer to 65%. So it did maintain a slightly higher charge rate a little bit later, but nothing too out of the ordinary.
Okay, so this is weird. I just saw this message pop up. I'm here trying to clean the windows, get everything done for my trip. But as you'll notice, the charger's still charging. It looks like it's at about 37, 38 kilowatts that it's still charging at. So despite this saying that the charger's out of order, yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm pretty much charged up as much as I need, so I don't know if this will shut off the charge. If it does, oh well, but I wasn't sure if it will show me how much I've recharged. No, it doesn't look like it. So, yeah, well, I guess, according to that message, it's all, the problem has already been reported, so, that's interesting. I've never seen that happen before, but like I said, I'm still charging right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish cleaning off the windshield, which is kind of what I was doing while I was waiting for the charge to finish, and be on our way. Also, this can be kind of an addendum to that other video that I did, but I hate to assume that people are inconsiderate by their nature. I usually look for other reasons why people behave the way they do. And I never really looked at this message because, it's a Chatamo only. I don't really have a reason to care about this particular style of charger. But if this is the information that they have posted on this screen, imagine if you're a Nissan Leaf driver or some other Chatamo equipped driver, and you're going to need to be charging for more than 30 minutes. Well, if you see this and don't know that this station also has a 30-minute cutoff, or at least did, uh, you you might end up bypassing this one to use this other station. And so this is a big fail in messaging, in my opinion, because they were both shutting off at 30 minutes. So if you're a CHAdeMO only vehicle and you come up to this charging station and there's no one here, well, which charger do you use? Um, Ideally, you'd use the one on the right. But if you think you're going to need more than 30 minutes, well, then you're going to try the one on the left, even though it's also going to shut off after 30 minutes. So I think this could also, for some of the behavior that I've been seeing, I think this type of messaging could be driving that. So especially if EVgo's changed their membership plans, at the very least, this should say 45 minutes now, or 60 minutes if it's off-peak hours. So yeah, just something that EVgo might want to consider in terms of the messaging that they use on their stations. And again, yes, we're out of order, yet the vehicle is still charging. Oh yeah, and this is one more thing. Because the charger isn't working and the interface isn't working, I can't actually shut off the charge, and I can't just pull the cord on a DC fast charger. It's locked in there. So when this happens, you just have to go into your charging and then just click right up here where it says stop, and that will end your charge for it. And so it'll shut it off. So now I can take the cord out, and even though the station is is not functioning. So yeah, the interface is still not there, but now I can pull the plug. So I don't really get to see what the average charge rate was or how much energy I recouped. Just I know I have enough miles now.